How's it going? Just wanted to say hi and salam. I can't remember when was the last time I made a video, but it's been like an awkward couple of days. Not to mention I'm high most of the time on my prescriptions, but hey, they help me not kill people. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so trying not to be a horrific human being, but at the same time I'll try to fake it like all you Barbie dolls out there. Of course there's the good and the bad, so if you're on my team you're probably like doing this from like the Facebook emoji, like America's Idol, America's music show, whatever it's called. But if you're like wretched, and you're like a wretched human being, you're probably like, oh my god, I should make a video. Look at her hair. I should have makeup on. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. So, trying to be as polite and kind as possible, because if my dad saw me talking like that, he would start crying. So, I'm gonna try to like bounce back a bit and not blame the planet when I lose a family member. And yeah, so for all you evil people on the planet who don't have a brain and you're a doctor and then everybody depends on you, and then I don't know, you just don't do your part and don't break any rules and actually send the patient home without an IV and then they die in their bed without their family around them. But hey, that's okay, right? It's just another person. It's just another person. Who cares, right? I'm not a doctor. Why would anybody trust me? Anyways, so as I was saying, I'm trying to maintain my positive attitude and passion for life and the things that I love before you blood-sucking vampires out there who want to take it away from me, because hey, you don't have control of yourself. And if you do, you just don't do anything to help me. So going into my shopping haul, shout out to what was the bags? Freshco. Did you go to Freshco? Where'd you go? Zehrs. So we ended up only at Zehrs. We were supposed to go to Freshco. So I'll pretend we also went to Freshco and Zehrs. I'm not sure why we aren't able to go into Freshco. Some kind of a traumatic past experience of shopping there with other people. Move on. The grocery is waiting. So yeah, there you go. There's Freshco. So first thing is this. There's something called quinoa and brown rice. And I mean, I know what quinoa is, and I know what brown rice is. I just never saw it together. Now, when I used to cook rice or any kind of food, I used to add quinoa because I used to be, well, I don't really know. I just did it anyways. There's no really like reason, like today's time where I do things on purpose because I'm paranoid. But back then, like if I made rice or anything like from the south, like South Asia, Afghani, Persian, whatever you want to call it, Middle East, I always threw quinoa in there to give it that Mediterranean touch, right? Just in case I choked on something. But now, looks like Caspa has made it easy, and they've made quinoa and brown rice with herb and garlic flavor. So I literally don't even have to add anything. Literally just use the rice cooker, pop it in there, skip the commercial, and pop it in that rice cooker that my dad bought me. Cause he's like, I don't know why you don't know how to make rice. I'm like, I don't know how you know how to make rice. I got beef. And he's like, I know how to make rice. Well, how come I don't know how to make rice? So, I mean, that's a separate conversation. So, literally, somebody out there, unlike the rest of us, like pathetic human beings on this planet who I want to ravage, uh, went and invented something to make it easy for the rest of us. And it's quinoa and brown rice together. We always eat white rice. Literally, I've never seen brown rice in my house from the day I entered Canada. other than when we used to make the gravy from the lamb and the, you know, goat meat or whatever stew meat, and then add the like gravy of the meat onto the white rice, and then it turned into brown rice, which I thought was brown rice, right? I never cooked until 2011. Really, I never cooked until 2011, unless you call macaroni and cheese, I don't know, Michelina's. I think we got Hungry Jackman once. Macaroni and cheese. I made macaroni and cheese a lot. And anything else that was in, oh, Chef Boyardee in a can. All the Chef Boyardees. Those were really tasty back then, but now my tongue is just like, no, no, no. So I don't know why. And so I didn't really learn or have time to cook gracefully until 2011. And I learned a lot of things all from YouTube, from this Afghan lady, because I had to cook Afghan food, given I come from Afghan people, given my dad wanted Afghan food, and my mom had just died like 2, 3 days ago. So, I mean, hey, somebody had to take over. So as I was trying to keep him from stabbing himself every day, they say food goes close to a man's heart, right? So I thought, hey, you know, I'm the eldest. I should try to figure out a plan. I don't know, like I should do something, you know? So I said, how can I bribe him not to kill himself? So let's figure it out. Food, you know, he's a foodie. So I learned how to make food from YouTube from Khala Nazra or Nasira. It was this mom and son, and he was the cameraman, and she was like the foundation. And she taught everything step by step how to cook Afghani food for all the young people who want to learn but they don't know how or they don't have time. So she pretty much is like the videos there for whenever you want to learn or have time, and do it slowly so you don't burn anything or make any mistakes, and make a nice food, and make the nice food the first time, and no second time, make it right the first time. So literally I stalked her down on YouTube, followed her, subscribed, liked all her videos, watched all her videos, and I was at like awe, you know. She wasn't exactly Martha Stewart, like her kitchen was old, her stove was old, it was an apartment. She's just a nice, simple lady. But she made it happen. So I learned how to make everything from her teaching. So she was a very good teacher from the apartment. So thank you to Khola Nazra and your son, the cameraman. You're a good boy. So moving on, I got some quinoa and brown rice because brown rice is good for you people, and there's actually real brown rice and white rice. So this is actually brown rice. So quinoa and brown rice. Shout out to Kasba, who invented Kasba, the company, and then made quinoa and rice together. So I don't have to be paranoid and buy them separately and then randomly add it to everything, making everyone paranoid why she's putting quinoa in everything. I mean, even ice cream. So yeah. Second, I bought cauliflower because I guess it was 50% off. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, clearance section. And okay, good, it's still fresh. And so I know how to make cauliflower. It's called gulpi. Gulpi means cauliflower in our language. And I have my own fusion style of cooking it. It's called cooking with love. Okay, so I cook with love. I don't cook with like my brain. I do in regards to measurement and stuff, but eyeball it. You know what I mean? Eyeball it. We're like a chef since like I don't know 2011. So I made cauliflower the other day and it's gone. And it tasted so good. Shout out to the red picanta, red pepper that we got from Zayre's because they didn't have green chili. I did not know you guys had that spice. It definitely made that dish something I've never had before. So I've got cauliflower because this is an easy meal to make. I just boil it first and then I make the gravy and then I just add this on the gravy and it's done, right? Because when I try to do it with the gravy and spices, it becomes mushy and soft. But when I boil it separately, like there's a timer and I watch it. Like you time it how long to boil so it's not too mushy. Because when we're gonna add it to the gravy, it's also gonna boil, then it might become mushy mushy. So I boil it first after I separate it, enough that it's al dente, and then I add it onto my gravy. So it's important to have like intellect sometimes. You don't have to like follow every step of someone because they might be like a professional in their kitchen and not cursed. And I don't know, I may have been cursed in my kitchen at 4297. I'm not sure. So, and even here, like my rice always comes out mushy. And even my South Indian rice started coming like double mushy. So I was like, well, that's weird. It's not supposed to be that mushy. So trying to keep the bad energy and tacky energy and spiteful, retarded, evil people away from me. Okay? Yeah, I posted on Facebook. Yeah, I did. I did. Okay? So that's one. All right. I am a beautiful soul. Grieving does not mean locking yourself in the closet and talking to your clothes. Trying to make a YouTube video and moving on with my life before the world stops. All right. So, whew, my inner yoga always trying to help me out when I'm about to like lash out on YouTube. But hey, this is supposed to be for therapy and it's supposed to be private. Only show your good side on TV. Because when you show this side, oh man, people love it. They love it and they enjoy it, you know? It makes them feel good. So next I got some potatoes because I also add potatoes when I make my fusion Mediterranean rice or Indian, South Indian rice or any type of like biryani. Any rice like I want it to be flavorful unless I'm making sabzi chalao. And for anybody who doesn't know who sabzi chalao is, you have no future. So sabzi chalao is pretty much like spinach. It's pretty much like Mediterranean when you guys like eat spinach. And then rice, white rice, right? So in my case, it's gonna be this rice because I have anxiety from eating white rice. I don't know why. No, I'm not racist. No. Okay. So when I make my rice, I do tend to add green peas, carrots, green beans, corn. Sometimes I even add potato, but then I might add potato to this one because the other one I would, and sometimes I was like, it's too much carbs. Rice is carbs, potatoes are carbs. They all turn into sugar in your stomach. That's why I have a pooch, right? Um, I was just checking out DJ Khaled, and I don't know where he's going, but he's got a tuxedo on. He looks fly as F, and I don't know where his wife is, but they are my favorite couple. And literally, there's hope in the world for the rest of us if they are so high class. Shout out to his limo ride or car ride, whichever car he was driving. And some chick is like, "Can I be with you?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, it's one of our stalker moment situations with people." And you know what he goes? "I'm taken. I'm taken. Baby girl, I'm taken," you know? And he's just so subtle and collected and respectful. And I mean, my Allah necklace is missing. So I'm not sure if like the shaitan or the devil or some kind of evil woman came here. And I can't see her because she's invisible, but they took that necklace and I don't know where it is. So I literally had four Allah necklaces and now I have zero. And that gift from whoever that was, well, I don't know where it is. Okay? So there's a ghost in the basement. The second thing is spinach. Now, my dad always used to make spinach, so we used to go to TNT, Chinese people, like the real Chinese people, Ching Chong Chang. And your store stinks, by the way. I don't know if it still stinks, but like the fish area, like you got to do something about the fish area, okay? Otherwise, I'm not allowed to come to Markham. So we used to go there, but we used to buy fresh bags of spinach, like 4 or 5 bags. and then cut it, wash it, and then put it in the pot and do this until it shrunk. It took like, I don't know, a zillion years. I recently found out from these Punjabi people from Walmart, Deep brand, that they had spinach frozen spinach. And now No Name also has frozen spinach. I now was not aware that there was such thing as frozen spinach. There's frozen everything else, I know, but not this. This thing, you just throw it in the pot, it turns into a big pot of spinach. Makes my life so much easier. So thank you to whoever invented and created and was creative and used their 24 hours to make something to make life easier for all of us on the planet instead of traumatizing us on purpose. Okay, witches and bitches? That goes for the ones with the gray hair too. Yeah, not just your young people. And I don't discriminate male or female. So yeah, I do like Sabzi Chalao because that was my dad's favorite, and he also said, you know, you guys are girls, and which you're always getting your period, so because you need to be strong, you're going to school, you're going to work. I'm gonna make Sabzi Chalao. You guys eat it, okay? And it's good for you. So in memory of my dad, I will always be buying this all the time. Doesn't matter the brand, because it's the same shit. And I'll be making sabzi chalao and remembering my dad, like, in a good way, instead of like, why was he throwing food and hitting people for no reason on his last days when we were trying to feed him. You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? You know, I screamed and cried and almost chopped people in this basement. I mean, I don't understand. Like, we're trying to feed you, right? And how come you're closing your mouth? Like, why are you doing this? I mean, you're smart enough to know to make sure you don't take in food and water, because if you do, you're gonna die, you're gonna live, right? But if you do take, no, you're gonna live. But if you don't take it, you're gonna die. Dehydration, no food, 7, 8, 9 days. Can you imagine somebody fasting 24 hours for 10, 20 days? So for the person inside him, I don't know if you were the devil, the angel, I'm spiritual, all right? You've officially killed my Muslimina, okay? And I will get you for the, no, I'm not, okay? I am not breaking my nail. Shakwina is not breaking no nails. The police and God is gonna get you people for literally giving him bad energy and declining food from me, the nurse, the PSW, the director, Stephanie. Oh ho ho. Okay. So I'm still not well, and that's why I need to like. I think it's called grieving, but I've never really experienced it. I don't know what grieving is, but I do know anger when I know something is wrong and someone's murdered, and I did not attend your funeral, because there's dying peacefully, and then there's being murdered because somebody didn't give you an IV. I don't care if you were on comfort care. I don't care if you have a POA and my name is not on it. Somebody should have said, hey, this person had pneumonia. So instead of sending him back to the nursing home in a very weak state where they're not going to make him number one because he doesn't have one-on-one all day, let's keep him at the hospital till he's hydrated and ready to go. Then send him out. You know, who made the rules? Oh, you stupid doctor. Oh. So that's spinach, and on behalf of my dad, so I'm gonna be making spinach and rice to try to clean my soul and purify my heart and mind from the darkness. Moving on to the next is my favorite yogurt. This one is life. I know I said the Greek yogurt was life, it is. But there's something wrong with the Greek yogurt. I have to keep putting water inside or keep doing this. It's too creamy. And then the Greco one, it's just there's something going on with the yogurt, man. It's too creamy. So I mean, I like this one because it actually tastes like yogurt. It's got that chunk of water in there. So for times when I make food where I do have a tad bit of spice, where now I'm like totally used to eating spicy food, which is very, very like, I guess you can say I accomplished something during my traumatic anxiety period of trying to recover. I can eat spicy food. Before, my nose was watering, my throat was like that, my eyes were crying, my ears were itching, like it just seemed like an allergy. So we were just like, I don't know if spicy food is for us, man. Like, can you get us some butter chicken? It's got sugar in it, right? Okay, yeah, you're gonna wash it down with that. So, but now for some reason, I can actually eat spicy food without having like allergic symptoms. Oh, creepy crawler, as you sit there and listen to me vlog, what are you up to?
Changing my Equifax password.
You're changing your Equifax password? Okay. I was supposed to go do my taxes for 2024. I have an appointment on the 22nd. In order, I need that. Well, I don't need it, but I need to go to H&R Block and do my taxes for 2024. Yeah. I got some tomatoes because the tomato paste that my dad always gets. Um, well, I used half and then I left the remaining half in the fridge here that's broken. Since the day I moved in here, the numbers just change on its own. -2, -4, -6, -8, +2, +4. It's like, I don't understand. Do you have a mind of your own, fridge? Like, leave my groceries alone. So literally my cream expired, even though it's due on October. The tomato paste I left in there for literally 2 days, and I put a Ziploc bag. It was green, popanak everywhere. Okay, for all of you who don't know what popanak is, it means rotted. So my tomato paste rotted, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to keep it in the freezer because I don't know what else to do. I mean, we used to get the little ones, so it's finished, but this was the big size. So just next time, if you guys use the medium sized tomato paste, just put it in the freezer. Don't even put it in your fridge, because I don't know what fridge temperature I have, but it's out to get me. The other one is apples. I do like Royal Gala apples, the red sweet ones. And the Granny Smith apples are not bad, but they're just bitter, like when you eat it. So I always went towards sweets, but I like the Granny Smith granola bars. But anyways, this is from the farmer's market and product of Canada, Macintosh apples. Or no, Honeycrisp, sorry, Honeycrisp apples. So they're a little bit of both. They're sweet gala and bittersweet. I toss these like in my smoothie when I'm in like healthy mode, and I'll put like an apple, a banana, my protein powder from the natural store that has like all these minerals and vitamins, and then my green, super green powder, which is finished and I need to go get it, and pumpkin spice latte spice, which is finished, and I need to go get it. This guy couldn't find it from Zehrs because it was sold out. So the natural store was on the way going there, but hey, what's important, right? Somebody get me pumpkin spice latte right away. So that's the apple. And then these were on sale for $1 at Zehrs, but he's saying they were $2.50 each. So just the other, like literally last week I went there, and no, sorry, they were 49 cents for one. And I was like, what? Are they expiring? Like February 25, 2026. So, I mean, it's a strawberry shake, but it's got lots of chemicals in it to make sure it doesn't turn green. But it tastes so good. Literally, it's one of those things when I get up to take my meds and I need to eat something and I just drink this over it, like as if it's Ensure or Boost, because my aunt always used to get us Ensure because of our periods, and said you guys can't keep throwing up all day. Your blood pressure is going to go down like we used to have it. You need to make sure you're eating meals so you don't pass out, which was happening all the time. For anybody who has seen us fall down at Branson Hospital lobby and the Filipino nurses with the hot blanket, hey, yeah, so we all had dysmenorrhea based on my gynecologist that I finally got to go to. I don't know why I wasn't told to see a gynecologist when I got my period at age 8, which is a concern. But hey, like it's important to have like smart women around. I don't know. So I never saw a gynecologist until like 15, And then I suffered from 8 till 15 with inflammation, 7 days. Layla, me, Anush, all of us. We pretty much stayed in our room and cried and wanted to rip ourselves in pieces because we didn't know what to do. We didn't know what our body was going through. Uh, the advice was to stay warm, drink lots of tea, and don't move. Be under the blanket. So, I mean, it makes sense. Conserve your energy. You're leaking. You need to recover. You need to rest. We get it. But it's like, I had days in Treetop where I did get my period and I was biking in the winter. So, I don't know what it is, but stress can make your periods more annoying. And if you're active and like out there and happy and busy and productive and like just like successfully, then your periods are just like petty. You don't even know they come and you don't even know when they go. So trying to get back into that. So hoping to buy another bicycle, hopefully, I don't know, next paycheck, literally living the Canadian dream, paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, so my favorite shake is strawberry shake, okay? And this was supposed to be 49 cents, but it was $2.50. And just to make sure the receipt is not lying, um, minus 250 cauliflower, onion, honey crisp apple, cilantro, oat barista, chipotle sauce, chocolate milk, and strawberry shake, $8.97. They were 3 for $2.99. They weren't $2.50. They were $2.99. It says here cash 3 at $2.99. POS, like the POS machine, point of purchase, point of service, or no, it says right there on the receipt. 250 was something else. 250, it says minus 250. Cauliflower something $5, and then they credit you back $5, and then they charged you $2.50.
Yeah, that's for the past apple.
Yeah, but the strawberry shakes were not 49 cents this weekend. It was $2.99.
Yeah.
$3 for each, rounded. So I don't know why. Last weekend you guys were selling it for 49 cents. Like, keep it real, please. Like, it's recession prices. And the next thing is onions. I do need onions to cook, so I don't want to get the big bag because it rots. So I was hoping to get like a couple, but we got 2. So I guess it's use as needed, and if we need more, we'll get, right? And then the farm festival is coming, so hopefully, the businesses donate and bring out their sample products and all the things that we all need in our kitchen, and with no limits. You can have 3, you can have 2, you can have. No, I take whatever I need for my family, man. Buzz off. They didn't have cilantro in a bag.
They run out.
They ran out. Okay. So coriander, cilantro, whatever you want to call it. I needed a bag, 2 of them, but they ran out, so I'm stuck with just a little. And finger hot, extra hot. Okay, well, this isn't green chili, but it's green pepper chili. I guess this is similar to the red one, picante, but this is the green one, so this is gonna be interesting. It still makes it itch when I slice it in half, and then the white seeds kind of like the smell comes, like you can smell the spice, the like the percentage of the smell, and it like itches. My throat goes, it like itches. It's so weird, man. So I'm still doing that, but hey, what I'm trying not to get distracted, chat people. So let me finish, and then I'll read your comments that have nothing to do with my future. And then oat milk is my favorite when I was able to afford Starbucks. So I haven't really been having Starbucks for about 2 months, where before we were having it every single day. It was like tradition. It was like tradition. You begin the day with Starbucks, and if lucky, and we ended the day with Starbucks or some kind of food from outside. That was good for us. So I bought the barista because I missed the barista.
Called on the weekend. Doctor.
I missed the baristas from Starbucks and just chilling there like a B-Town Times at the Cottrell Starbucks. And there's the baristas here, but like literally I end up going there once and then having a rant and then never going again. So it's traumatic. So I bought the barista oats so I can try to make my own caramel macchiato or pumpkin spice latte from home. But we still need to get the pumpkin spice latte from the natural store. I would have gotten it, but I had to pay my minimum payments at Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Otherwise, they were going to affect my credit, like my two credit cards that I lost from TD and overdraft that I lost from TD because I didn't make the $86 minimum payments that they consolidated for me in order to keep my TD and three credit cards. So I was trying to avoid that happening with my other institutions and these guys because I shop at Temu and I didn't know you get minimum payments. I always paid in full. So it was amazing that I was able to buy a few things and not have to pay in full because I needed money for other things like car rentals, paying rent, buying food, buying my dad toys from Dollarama, getting him Persian food, getting him pita land, getting him the soup, the ashirishta, like the things that they were superfoods that would give him energy to like you know, face the day. And the stupid wheelchair. I've only been to Muskoka only, I think, and Bolton. So I'm guessing Muskoka, Kawarta are right beside each other. So chocolate milk, rich and creamy, made with 2% milk. Yeah, lactose intolerant, yes I am, or I don't know. So that is the mini shopping haul for us foodie people and people who like to try new things and adore the grocery store and the farm and the staff that work there who always, when I go, I always end up finding what I need. And the people who work there that I actually know who live in this area and they also work there. So shout out to them for their hard work and trying to help people find the aisles. Now, although I worked at theirs, in the organic section, I'm already very familiar because I was stock, I was merchandising, I was supervising, I was in the fridge, I was doing everything. So it was like an all around position to operate that specific section, right? Posting, stickering, making sure it's not expired, clean, neat, and tidy. So we had our own section. We were the organic team, organic squad, you know, trying to make sure people buy all things organic. But yeah, it was the pandemic time, and then I think I got fired. I'm not really sure, but passing out on the floor is not exactly part of the job description, so I'm not sure what happened. And then this one time I had like headphones on so I could like listen to music and not to the riffraff around me. It was like lots of noise and talking and people dropping things. So I wanted to just listen to a podcast, some positive music, you know, to just get me through the day and give me that energy. But then this, I don't know, white Billy, hillbilly, tall stud muffin saw me, and out of nowhere, he walks up to me and he's like, "Are those headphones?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's not even in my department. Like, he works in the back. Like, what's up? What's up? Is it because I'm Afghan? Like, seriously. And he's like, "You're not supposed to have headphones on." I'm like, "Why?" I work specifically in the organics. I don't deal with the grocery store. It's just the organics. And his reason was it's the company policy. You're not allowed to have headphones. But I don't need to communicate with customers. Really, we're supposed to just be like merchandising and doing that. And if a customer needs help, they usually approach us. I'm pretty sure I would know to like click my phone and talk to them. So I don't know, this dude literally took my like my like I don't know my thing that was helping me at that job, and I just started getting sick again. I couldn't focus, I couldn't concentrate, I was overthinking, I was negative. It's just I didn't even know, you know, at that time I couldn't even hear nothing in my head. Now it's a whole other situation, but then it was just like I could only feel the physical pain. So I could only feel the physical pain and the migraines, and still I had to stock and clean and shelf and sticker and help clients and like just shoplifting, like, you know what I mean, where you walk and make sure people are not trying to do things, and then try to eat and try to do that and like not be nauseous. And so I only had the physical pain. I didn't have like the theatricalness that was going on up in here. um so I imagine if it did, I mean, that would have been interesting. You know, if I could have just heard the person say 10-4, jackass walking up, take your headphones off. You know what I mean? And it's like taking off, and it's like, do you have headphones on? No. Do you have headphones on? No. Okay, then I guess we're done. Okay. Reporting you to the manager for talking back to me. You know, there's no winning out of it. When people are petty and they don't like you, or there's like some kind of a political agenda, and me, Alicia Silverstone, who had no idea, I'm trying to make sure I keep my job, get paid so I can buy my groceries. The stuff I like, not the stuff people buy from like clearance section, you know, like actually be able to go get my pumpkin spice latte with pride, you know. So I don't know. I got sick, or I wasn't feeling well, and then I started asking for less hours, and then they were just like, I mean, 4 hours is the least somebody can give you. And you want to work 2 hours a day? Like, I don't know. So then I don't know what happened, and then the pandemic didn't get better, and then they started cutting hours, and then slowly started from our section, and it worked its way all around. And then Porziers, everyone I knew, everyone working there, like our hours got cut, and like I don't understand. Like we thought the bank was a crook, like grocery companies are crooks too. I'm not saying the grocery company, but the people on the top, you know, like now, like if you go into the grocery store, there's like two people working, or one. I don't even know. I mean, I lost my prescription glasses, so I can't see properly. So I don't even know how many people are working. I've got to always attach myself like a conjoined twin to Broski, just to make sure I don't end up in somebody else's lap. You know what I mean? Just in case if there's plotting and plannings for wrongdoing, because it's just gonna be dysfunctional with that person. So I'm trying to like work on myself and woman empowerment, and like try to keep the consistency, and I'm trying to move on, because some people say grieving is only supposed to be for 3 days, not for 40 days. So I'm not sure where you're getting your religious information, but it's supposed to be for 3 days. I mean, you can grieve for the rest of your life. That's a personal thing, it's private. You can't like stop living your life and wanting to chop people. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it was Mufti Mink or Sheikh Hamza Yusuf or Sheikh Yaya or the other guy, he's black. You know, that squad, that Zaytuna College squad. But they've encouraged that it is best for me to move on and continue with my funky self, funny self, silly self, and there's no shame in doing your shopping haul. You do not go to hell if you do a video, a shopping haul. um, Live your life, and people who have gone will feel more peace if they see that the people they've left are doing better, instead of not, because then they feel like they need to stay here more to like help. They cannot rest in peace. That's the whole point of like dying. You finally stop playing the life game. You've done it. You're either successful at it as you left, or you were murdered, in like my dad's case, right? So yeah, without trying to be bitter and resentful, I don't know if there's any medication for that, but hey, I took a shower last night and I'm clean, and I want to put makeup on, but I have anxiety for my makeup. I don't know why. One, I don't know why. Two, like my table was so messy for the longest 2 3 weeks, and finally on the day that I found out, like my dad passed away, to just keep myself busy from punching anything, hitting anything, because I was not in a psychological presence to be around people or in that environment, because my plot was that I'm gonna go there perhaps stab a few people for no reason, and then push everyone in the grave with him. That was gonna make me feel better. But apparently that's not the right thing to do. So I was not able to attend, and I posted it like Princess Dubai's divorce on Facebook. She inspired me. So I thought instead of getting arrested and confusing half of my family and people that I know, um, I don't really love anyone, to be honest, but it's hard to love people when you're angry. But uh, well, mostly it was not to get arrested for no reason, because emotions can get you arrested, but mental intellect can keep you from not getting arrested. So that was really the main reason, so I don't get arrested, and like not to actually directly blame everyone else there, because it's not really all their fault, but it is for not really helping me with the journey of visiting him and spoiling him and doing their part as family members. But like as soon as I posted on Facebook, I got messages from everybody. So I don't understand, like I like it's either on weddings that you hear from people or funerals. So I just wanted to make a statement that if you see your niece or nephew visiting their dad in a nursing home, and your family members that live in the same country, it would be wise if you contribute and volunteer and call and say, hey, I see your pictures on Facebook. What's up? Is, your dad in a nursing home? It's a slaughterhouse. Wow. Can we come and help too from our daily life? Like, are we that busy? Like, can we come too? Like, or wait, we're gonna wait and book an appointment when he dies, and then we're gonna call and reach out and we're gonna pull through, you know? So I'm not in forgiving mode. I'm in like rage. So to not like get arrested, I need my space from a lot of people, even myself. Like even myself, I've had thoughts, unfortunately, even about myself. So and the knives are all far away from me, but whatever. The point is that I almost have to have like some kind of a comedic Schitt's Creek type of clown, like zoning myself that it's not actually happened in order to stay calm. Otherwise, I would be like tripping out right now. And then, that would probably get me more medication, and then I would have to taper and wean off from those, which wastes more of my time in life. And my dad said, come off of your medication, find a substitute for it, find a good job, make $100 a day, enough money to live a simple life. Don't be ambitious. So, it's gonna just trouble, just be like before, just don't chase the money. The money is trouble. So I'm trying to like kind of find myself again, because I'm kind of like Layla's book, from pieces to piece, except I'm not even that. It's the book is ripped in so many places. I've got to put that book back together. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's been traumatic this couple of days. I don't even know what day it is. September 12th was his birthday, but we can't really celebrate when they're here, but we can celebrate them and their good qualities and their good contribution to this planet, and them fighting their demons when the demon was trying to make them a bad person or play games that they didn't want to play. And because they were smart enough to know that there was something wrong with them, but they chose to make better choices and remain a family as much as possible. So shout out to my dad for fighting his demons during 1992, during 1990, during 1987, when the whole Pakistani, Afghanistani fake war was happening. I don't know if you guys ever really not liked each other, but it's news to my ears. You all look the same to me after a long, stressful day. And then the recovery from PTSD and the mental health from coming here and the culture shock. Um, Seeing psychologists to find him to understand that like you're in Canada now, like it's okay, adjust, like look, it's snowing, you know what I mean, like let's be thankful, like snow, like anything to kind of get his attention out of that darkness. And slowly he developed hobbies, gardening, cooking, from smart people, not just any tacky women from my country or anywhere else, like actually like good, smart, wholesome, compassionate, sympathetic, empathetic, like pro players of life who know like what people are about without ever leaving their country or their tent or their like mountain house, and still able to help someone across the world because they know what kind of savage the West and North America can be, and the mental health pandemic they've always had, that they've gifted the rest of us, unfortunately. So yeah, so he fought his demons from a long time ago, and I'm proud of him. We're proud of him for reaching that point and becoming that happy, jolly person, and going into music and the arts and painting the house and building me shelves and cupboards and encouraging me to interior decorate my home. Don't just have a plain home or room just because it's small. You know, you're not going to get a mansion tomorrow. That doesn't mean you should live like tacky, you know, like let's go shopping for your room, you know, getting me nice curtains, encouraging me to be like very like fancy, you know. So he was very like into interior decorating. He liked cleaning behind the couch. He said it's exercise for his arm because he had pain all the time. You know, and he liked cooking. He liked Afghani food. He was obsessed with gardening and cilantro and tomatoes and like touching soil and growing things and then saying, "Look at God, He's so like nice." For free, we have like cilantro. So the amusement from his hobby was like traumatic. We're like, okay, like you can also go to the Russian store and they have cilantro. Like it's not a big deal. But to see how much that gardening was making him happy and thankful and not raging and blaming people and complaining why we're here and we have to start over again. They're going to use us to clean their toilets and customer service. We're going to be behind, man. Like he was just constantly thinking that you guys will have to start from zero. Like if we were back home and this political agenda didn't happen, you guys would be like bawling right now and their kids would be washing our dishes, you know, without pay. I don't know. Like he was quite resentful. So knowing that only one person prayed in our home, whether it was proper or not, she didn't go to university for her prayers, but something she learned when she was 7 years old within the family pact. And so she kind of like encouraged them to continue on with those things because it's helping you with your rage, and we don't want to have like that type of toxic negative energy in you because it's not going to help you with your day-to-day life. So him gardening, falling in love with the kitchen, always climbing ladders and like cleaning, fixing things and making the house we had a better place, painting the walls. I mean, we come home and the wall is a different paint color. The basement, he made the basement for my mom's hobby of doing our hair for weddings, updos and curls and all this craziness. He made a TV room. Like they used to go to yard sales a lot because they didn't want to pay. They couldn't afford to pay full price. To be honest with you, they always saved money for like food and groceries and bills and things, and just you never know, right? So they would buy everything from yard sales from the rich people behind Yorkdale. It's like an estate home area. So it's like a gated community that rich people live. And so they would have yard sales and they would go there and buy things for $2 3 because to buy something, a shirt or a pant for 40 50 bucks for themselves, they were not going to do that. No, not until like we started working. Then I guess sometimes they did, but I always saw my parents buying nice suits. Like these were nice, nice suits, well taken care of, dry cleaned for the yard sale. So these people were professional yard sale people. I mean, usually people take their crap and they just put it on the table. I mean, that's what I would do. You know, these guys actually dry cleaned all the clothes, organized everything, folded it by like chronological order of what it is and the color and what use you can make of it. And I went to one of these and I'm like, damn, like this is a yard sale or is this Yorkdale? Like I don't know. Um, so location is everything. Just like environment is everything, right? So like it's been traumatic. I I didn't make I'm not really in the mood to dance. I don't really know how to dance right now. Because I have like a few like ladies from Gypsy World, Afghanistan, crying inside me. And I've got some old man, I don't know, from like Saudi Arabia trying to like, I don't know, traumatize me even more. Like, it's not like I'm not even Arabic. Like, leave me alone, you know? So the bipolar is on fleek, and I'm just traumatized right now. So trying to do a dance video to me right now, it's not like disrespectful, but it just would seem like as if like I'm totally okay with this, and I'm not. I'm very angry, and I'd like to stab people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm saying. But apparently that's not allowed. You know what I'm saying? So, like trying to like take my anger out like on myself by like just resting and cooling and watching videos of people making funny videos and trying to like, you know, just embrace that and hope, thank gosh they're not going through something like this at this time. Because we all lose a family member, we all lose someone in different ways, but at different times. So it's hard to like connect. But if you're like a real ride or die family, you don't wait till your like uncle dies and then you call the person. Once you see they're in a nursing home, it's pretty obvious to most Muslim Afghan families that it's a slaughterhouse, and you have to do your part. Like it's not like a $6,000 nursing home. You know what I mean? It's enough to take care of you, but if you want to get out of whatever condition each person is, the family intervention is very important. And that's why I stopped my life once again this year, just like last year, because I'm like, nobody's telling me that he's deteriorating or he has dementia, because both these words don't make any sense to me. I don't even know what they mean. So if they don't mean anything to me, they're not real. So we fixed him, we got him out of the wheelchair, we danced, I twerked, I shaked my booty, I did salsa, I danced Afghani, I did a tan, I put Muslim music, I put Arabic music, I put Hindi music. I put everything that would calm him and help him, make him smile, so he could glow, so he doesn't look like a vampire sucked on his throat, you know? Usually it took 4 to 5, 6 hours, but it was time well spent. So this was gonna be round two because he got pneumonia, and pneumonia is very dangerous. And he wasn't eating and he was dehydrated, and nobody told me until I went and found out. But it was too late. It was too late because he had been so weak. I would literally have to sleep there and watch him every second. And you're not allowed to do that. And we couldn't take him out because he was now in comfort care, which means whatever happens. So we have to kind of accept that. So just plan your futures, people. I don't know if your kids are like Mary Poppin kids, but plan your future, people, because your kids are not going to do it for you. If my sister couldn't do it properly, whether she has anxiety or has her own shit going on, but like even hiding that from me and not telling me that my dad was in a nursing home, and opening up a POA and putting him in comfort care if ever he was in a situation like that where he's a goner and we can't, it's too late to do anything, unless like it's too late to do anything, then it's I mean, this is supposed to be like a family affair. I'm the oldest, so withholding this information from me, I pray that she's not murdered by anyone. But it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and I don't even think the staff liked her. It's not like her, but it's the choices and decisions we make when we're not in a good mindset, right? So I'm not sure how, like, if her intentions were solid, but when you don't tell your family member you put your dad in a nursing home, that's pretty wrong. And you should ask for like psychological help, because it's common sense to tell your whole family, even if you got beef, you should still have like the common courtesy and common sense to say, oh, I should tell my big sister that my dad is in a nursing home, instead of me and Yalda finding out through the iPad when we called him and he's in a nursing home and he's like, come take me out of here, right? So, I mean, hard to bring him here because he was not in a good condition, and wheelchair accessibility is not available here. And I personally don't want to live here. So, like, no offense. Um, so, I would prefer to live in my own private home with no neighbors and just like a huge backyard, and that's it. If I want to see people, I'll drive out of my mansion and come and see you. But I don't want to bring you back with me. I don't want anybody around, you know? So it's like bringing him here, and at that time and in that condition, I was scared just in case I do anything wrong to him. I don't want to have anyone blame me. So I'm like, let's use this place and get you to like get better and out of this chair and eating and walking and normal, and then hopefully we can try to see if we can bring you here, since the house didn't work out in Aurora, because he lived in my sister's house in Aurora, but something happened. I don't know, the stove, something happened. Well, take the plug from the stove and unplug your stove so something doesn't happen. Be smart. Take care of your dad, right? So, anyways, so I'm just trying to cope in a like mature, professional, strong way, so I'm able to like actually not deteriorate, because that's something that he did not want, as this happened to me long time ago, when I used to be with someone, and like I was so like stupid and heartbroken that I got myself really sick for 1 year. um, and so he was just like, I'm concerned, like make sure you're like this so you don't get sick. um, I mean, he didn't exactly say it in those words, but you can usually tell by somebody's eyes when they look at you in a certain way, and when they feel like something is going to be happening to them. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if I make sense or if my conversation is in chronological order. I'm not really here to please anyone or say the right things, but that's the word, and that's the update in my life. And for anyone else who lost anyone on September 12th, or I think he got buried on September 12th, but on September 10, um, I don't really know what to say to you because I'm really paranoid. Um, I mean, if it could happen to my dad, it could happen to anyone. So make sure you guys have good doctors and you guys go to a good nursing home and you end up with siblings that are not stupid. I don't know. Um, I mean, not all my siblings are stupid, just the little one. Just the little one. From the beginning of time. From the beginning of time. But hey, I tried. I tried to connect. I tried to like understand her. I tried to understand myself because I've blamed myself all my life, and I've kept saying I'm the worst sister. Literally, if this girl is not opening up to me, I'm the worst sister, you know. But I'm not the worst sister. She's the worst sister, right? So that's been confirmed in my enlightenment, and I want to have nothing to do with her. I'm probably gonna have to make a will. God forbid anything ever happens to me. And I specifically don't want my youngest sister at my funeral. Literally, I will crawl out of that grave, and chop her head off for doing this to my dad. So she's not only a bad Muslim, a bad Afghan, a bad human being, not experienced to handle matters such as this. If she had her own problems and life issues, then ask for help. Don't take matters in your hand and then later say, oops, I made a mistake. Because that's too late. And I don't believe sorries anymore. Okay, other than when I just say sorry for no reason. Sorry, oops, sorry, sorry. But sorry when you hurt someone and they're saying like I gave up my apartment to live with you, and then that was a disappointment, and then I tried to live with my other daughter, you ended me in a nursing home, and then I think I don't want to say this to seem like weird, but like something in my core says that she wanted my dad to die, and that's why she put him there, or maybe in her house, I don't know. But right now, my paranoia and resentment is on the little one, and I want to have nothing to do with her. I don't know. We could have done so much if I was part of it, if I knew about it. I could have tried to help her. I could have said, "Let's bring him here. Let's bring him here. I'll take care of him. I have nothing to do anyways right now. Let's bring him here." I don't know. I'm not in the best condition, but maybe together, if we work together as a family, we can help him. He doesn't need to go to a nursing home. Nursing home is for people who don't like their family, who don't want to take care of them anymore, who don't have the physical capacity, right? So if it was any of those, I mean, I'm here. So I don't understand. So until I heal from this paranoia and confusion, um, I don't know, it just sickens me how bipolar everyone in my family is, because I always have to make an excuse that, oh no, it's not her fault. Oh no, it's not her fault. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, everything is my fault. No, it's not. You guys are not gonna point the finger. You can't point the finger at me because the proof is like all over. It showed in my daily actions when I found out. But I pray that like she comes out of her demonic satanic behavior, and that if she was able to see that inside that man there was a good human being, it's just he was in mental health. And when somebody has mental health, you need to be there for them. You need to be the nurturing one. You need to be the catering one. You need to, like, when you see somebody's trying to take them away for whatever reason, you need to jump and say, no, I can still take care of him. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Like, I don't know. So I'm just traumatized still and on blame mode. Like, legit on blame mode, and I'm trying to find peace and solution to not let it like disturb my peace, but it has, and I don't know what to do. And yeah, so that's been pretty much my couple of days, and I have trust problems again, and it's unfortunate. So yeah, although I wish them well, um, I don't really mean it. Until I'm physically like actually better, I don't really mean it. Like at the end of the day, anybody who makes a big family decision and doesn't include everyone is a criminal, is a thief, is a crook, is somebody who should be like in court. I should like I don't know. You know what I mean? Can you imagine, right? So at this point, I can't really handle all this drama and dramatique, and I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and be as peaceful as possible. And hopefully, one day I'll understand why they made the decisions that they did. Because in today's present logic that I have, it doesn't make any sense to me. And believe me, if it was the other way around and I put my dad in a nursing home and didn't tell them, they would be on my case. I would be barbecued in the oven. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, do to others what you want done to you. And like that's something that it might, like, God forbid, come and haunt them one day in their life if their kids put them in a nursing home because they're too busy to ask their company to take time off from work, or say, I have a situation, I have to take care of a parent, I have to stay home, can I work from home? You know what I mean? You have that luxury, you have that seniority. Why didn't you take it? So I have so much questions and so much unanswered questions, and that's why, like, what happens is a human just gets angry and you have to blame someone. And I mean, if it's your own, well, who am I going to blame? Donald Trump? No, he has nothing to do with it. These people do. So I don't know how to explain, but I know how to explain, but it's just very, like, tough to have to talk about this stuff, and at the same time hope that nobody else goes through this and has siblings that are reckless. Not siblings, more like sibling, that are reckless, and try to have like one child. People, like people in China, just have an only child. Have one child. That's it. Because the more you have, the more burden it is. My personal opinion, growing up in this dysfunctional experience, and hopefully there will be like an end to it, like a ribbon cutting, like the end to the dysfunction. Sorry, my acid reflex is just whoa. Can you give me like a heads up? I'm on live video. So, like literally, I want to take like a ribbon and like cut and say, no dysfunction. And be smart people, and be nice, be honest, be wholesome. Try to think about other people's feelings and how they would feel. Uh, and if you didn't have control of your mind, I guess I can say I forgive you and I take back everything I say. But if you don't have control of your mind, then ask for help. Like, listen to prayer music. I sent this prayer music to everyone in my family. I even posted it online because it was helping me with my stuff, right? So without sounding too much like a Tiffany or a Amanda, you know, literally, don't forget your roots, people, and the things that help you. It's there to help you. Use it. There's always going to be good and bad. Doesn't mean you should be paranoid and like reject all. No hope. It's going to put you in a situation like this. Um, Anyways, we're not supposed to talk when there's prayer music on, so I'm just going to turn that off right now. And that was my 67-minute video that was supposed to be 15 minutes of mini shopping haul. So I hope you guys liked it. Let's see who's here. Guess who lost the gun debate? I don't know what that means. Hi, hello. So what are you actually talking about? We have a dumbass in the room that doesn't speak English, and his name is Chris. Wow. Hi, I said hi. Okay, where can I get it? Oh, look who it is. What kind of pills you coming off today? The drugs you make you itch. You should stop. I really hate this guy. Like, everything is a joke to this piece of shit. Like, one day I'm gonna see you in your face, and like, man, I don't want to get arrested, but like, I hope I don't see you, is what I'm trying to say. And when somebody's actually trying to express themselves as like seriously as possible, talking about life and losing a family member and trying to keep their mind off and trying to heal by themselves, or, can you not be yourself, all you people? Do you have like listening problems? Do you have brains? Like, seriously. um, Other than that, for those who are my actual YouTube subscribers and loyalists and who wish success for me on my channel, we are at 200, which is great. Let's go to 300. Let's go to 300 and keep going, okay? until I'm able to be like a full-fledged influencer and able to go to all these like amazing shopping brand events and get free stuff like all these other kinky Barbie doll girls, and some but not all. I don't hate all of you, okay? Just, I don't hate anyone. It's just there's a few that know how to play really, really well, you know? And I see you. I see you, and you're tacky. Me, on the other hand, I'm not a good player, but I know how to play tic tac toe. But I am becoming a good player. So I'm not gonna be playing myself. No, I'm not. But you guys can try to, because I know that's what you're doing. Um, so keep your bad energy to yourself. What else? That's pretty much it. So we're at 200. Let's jump to 300. And don't forget to click that like like button and subscribe. No, I still do not know how to put the emojis on here because I still don't have a laptop and YouTube editor and what is it, Final Cut. I don't have a laptop, so that answers in itself. Doing it on my phone, I don't know how. This is a live video. So don't forget to click the like button and subscribe and share my video, and be nice, be kind, and let's get this channel going again, okay? Um, for those who understand why I'm in this condition, you understand. For those who don't, well, you're gonna have to watch the video from beginning, and don't try to forward or rewind or forward, because you're gonna miss why or why or why. You have so many questions. And yeah, so till next time, thank you for watching my tape, and I shall try to make a video next time. Bye. I've been yelling and talking so much, my voice is